going on, guys? This is Where It's At. I'm David. I will be your host for the evening. I'm here with my boy Danny.
Hey guys, what's going on?
And today is going to be part 2 of what we call the Arkham Trilogy. Today we're going to be reviewing Arkham City. Arkham City was the sequel to 2009's Arkham Asylum. This was a highly anticipated game that everybody was very excited to play. This was on a grander scale than what Arkham Asylum was. Arkham Asylum, you're in a facility. Arkham City, well, the title explains itself. You're in an actual city. Its developers was Rocksteady Studios, and its publisher was Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. So right now we're just going to go into how we were introduced to the game. Danny.
The original trailer was the one with the Joker. When it goes through the whole city, you see
Yep, that is
I
correct.
guess homages to the villains and stuff like that. And it got to the Joker being sick and all that, and that pumped me up. I was like, I'm gonna buy the game. So I love the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna love this one. And we're on your sister's birthday trip.
Yeah.
To Atlantic City. I think on December 11th, 2010, I think it was. Right?
Yeah, it was probably around there, 2010.
And we were dying to see that trailer, dying to see the new trailer, and then we saw it, and we saw Hugo Strange, and we saw the SWAT, and Batman taking them all down, and then him going, I know who you are, or, Bruce Wayne, whatever. And it pumped us up even more for this highly anticipated game. And remember what came out that year, too. I think a month later, it was Uncharted 3. Mm-hmm. So that year was stoked, packed.
It was stoked.
With games that we were so fucking pumped for.
Yeah. It was a real... it was a top-notch year for games because there were so many games coming out. This, it stood out on its own for the game that it was. I remember watching both trailers. I remember watching him fighting the SWAT. And that was cool. I really enjoyed him, fighting the SWAT and everything in the trailer. What really got me and really sold me to play this game was the fact of the character of Hugo Strange.
Yes.
And
yes.
Him at the end of the trailer, you hear him say, "I know your deeper, darker secret. I know that you are Bruce Wayne." And I was just like, oh, this is going to be such an interesting game.
Right. Yeah,
an interesting game. So that's basically how I was introduced to the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the game was released in 2011. So it's basically roughly 2 years after the Arkham Asylum. So my guess is as soon as Arkham Asylum was done, they got right into Arkham City. Like they was heading right into it. Which is also... maybe one of the faults of the game itself.
And that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you did say faults because, another company does the same thing. Mm-hmm. And that's Naughty Dog with Uncharted 1 and then Uncharted 2. Yeah. And Uncharted 2 is such a, my opinion, I hope others agree too. And if you don't, great. Awesome. Leave comments saying stuff. But to me, it's a great sequel. Mm-hmm. And now we get into this sequel, which is one of the most fascinating rating systems to a sequel ever. Like, just everyone gave it a 10.
Yeah, everybody gave this...
pumped this game up.
And, unfortunately, we're going to get into reasons why we feel that way. Myself, and I know Danny included, we do not feel that it was what everybody was saying it was.
Yeah.
We felt that the first game was better. That this game just had too much going on. So basically, that goes into our next set of business. Danny, what did you feel about the overall storyline?
I actually like I like it. I do like the storyline. I like that Hugo Strange knows who Batman is and captures. I love the opening when he goes, "The best way to capture Batman is to capture Bruce Wayne."
Yeah.
He's got this Protocol 10 going on. You don't know what that is, and that just pumped me up even more. And I was like, man, I wonder where this story's going. You know? Mm-hmm. And the whole subplot of the Joker being sick and needing to and I love how he works with Batman. He goes, look, I know you're not gonna let me die, so I need your help to save us both. because he injects his blood into him and all that. Yeah, and then, you know, it got to the point where you figure out what Protocol 10 is. And won't lie, that's where, in the beginning, the game was a little weird, okay, in terms of, I guess this is story, so I'm just going to go into it. When the game opened, you were sitting next to me. We went midnight showing. Midnight showing. Yeah. Midnight game release.
Yeah, midnight debut.
I got it. You came back, and then we played maybe like 10 minutes of it, right? And 10 minutes into it, you saw my face. I was not impressed. I was not impressed with that opening.
Yeah, actually,
I liked it. I thought it was cool, but I was like, I'll take Arkham Asylum's opening over it.
Yeah.
Following the Joker into Arkham Asylum.
You know what? Honestly, when you think about it, that is a better opening than Arkham City's opening. Now, I was impressed. What sold me about the opening was you got to fight as Bruce Wayne.
That part was awesome.
Yeah, that part was awesome.
I wish you got a little bit more.
Well, you know, a little bit more of Bruce Wayne. I don't see how that would have made sense, but I mean, it was great to fight as him nonetheless.
Like you could have done. You know, this is a little thing. I'll get off of this topic, but it's like you could have done it. Like if Hugo's so smart and he knows what to do, and he could have jammed Bruce Wayne's track single, whatever that Alfred couldn't do, and then Alfred had to do something very high tech to find him and all that and whatever. Like they could have done a little bit more. Like you could have roamed around the streets a little bit as Bruce Wayne, and then get to a point where it's like, oh, Alfred, you finally got to me. Listen, I'm here, blah blah. Oh yeah, I'll send you that's it. They could have done that.
Yeah,
but you know, then again, it didn't go that way.
No, not at all.
You know, right after that, you fight the Penguin's men, you crack Penguin down, you go up, you get the Batsuit, and you go right for Two-Face. And that's where the game, like, I don't want to say gave me the middle finger, but really let me down.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you was a huge fan of Two-Face. Yeah, huge fan, and you still are. And I remember when we was watching the trailers, you was just like, dude, I cannot wait for Two-Face.
Because I thought that was the biggest secret. I was like, all right, you got the Joker sick. You got Hugo. I know Two-Face is going to be a big part.
But we're going to get into Two-Face in a little bit. What my overall feeling of the storyline, it was not. Was it a good storyline? It was an okay storyline. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great storyline. It was okay. The reason why I say it's okay is because, one, you start off, Hugo Strange captures you, and he puts you into Arkham City.
Right.
All right? From there on, you're trying to figure out what Protocol 10 is. You face Penguin, you face all these other dudes. Then you get captured by the Joker.
Yeah.
And he puts his blood inside you, so now you're slowly dying.
Yeah. Now you got to go off and find a way to cure yourself. And the only way to cure yourself is the Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al
I like Ra's al Ghul better, but
but it was just
the Lazarus.
It was too complex. It was like, okay, you had to find Hugo Strange because he knows who you are, and you need to know what Protocol 10 is. You got to cure yourself because the Joker just poisoned you. You have to find the cure. The Lazarus pit. He did not want to use because he was afraid that it would interfere with his psyche, his mental stability. It went from one way to it just went
too many things.
There was too many things going on.
You know what I really like about the storyline is they could have just done this, the Hugo Strange story, and I would have been fine with the Ra's al Ghul thing too. Okay, you could have just let the Joker thing go.
Yeah,
like honestly, you could have had Joker in Arkham Asylum, and that's one dude you don't let out, and Hugo doesn't let him out because he's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, and then at the end of the game, you could have had where the Joker needs your help. You're poisoned. That's the ending of the game. You go to the third one.
Game. Yeah.
The whole thing is trying to find a way to
bring
it back.
Why did
it's just too convoluted, man. It's too many things.
Like once again, you have Hugo Strange set up as this big villain, like he's the villain of the story. But at the end of the game, it's Joker. It's Joker
and Ra's al Ghul who eventually
not even Ra's, because Ra's is with Hugo,
No,
and
no,
you dealt with them both at the same
but
time.
it felt like he even says he was just a pawn, and I was like, what?
Exactly.
Hugo's not a pawn. Like,
we've
read up on the character.
We read up on Hugo Strange. He's actually a legitimate, solid villain. He can hold his own in a storyline. And with this, they had too much going on. You had to cure yourself. You had to find out what Protocol 10 is. You had to face Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul, you face Ra's al Ghul, and then at the end of the game, Ra's al Ghul's like, yeah, I've been the one ahead of this the whole time.
Yeah.
To blow up Arkham City, put all the criminals in there, and then they kill them all. All right, that makes sense to Ra's al Ghul's character, but honestly, it's just like,
No, and then you forgetting one thing is the whole Talia al Ghul part. Like, you betray her, you don't betray her, you lie to her, she gets upset, and then she helps the Joker not kill you, and so many things going on, and it's just like, whoa, hold on, why couldn't it just be like the first one, a simple, straight story about
straight story. It
tried to do what sequels do, fail or good. They try to make it so big and so more epic,
much grander
scale, and sometimes big movies fall on their face.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let me rephrase that. Sequels fall on their face.
Yeah.
Or they sail to the heavens.
Yeah, they sail to the heavens. But with this game,
I'm not going to say
I think it stumbled. I don't like to say it fully fell on its face. I'm going to say it stumbled.
I think it's still floating.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's just like a feather. It ain't rising. It's just floating gracefully down.
I agree.
But the overall storyline, it was just too much. Too much was going on. Just too much was going on, and it didn't have. It felt out of. I'm not gonna say out of non-linear.
Just there was too much going on.
Yeah, basically too much going on. In terms of the characters, I'm gonna go first on this. One character, first of all, the Batman, Kevin Conroy, always great as Batman. Hearing the Alfred. For the first time, because you didn't.
It's not Oracle. I mean, she's in it maybe once.
Yeah, Oracle.
She's later on in the game.
Yeah, Oracle's later on in the game. I was disappointed with Two-Face character. I was really disappointed with the Two-Face character because he's only in there for one segment of the game, and that's it. You do not see him for the rest of the game unless you're playing as Catwoman,
which is fine. But again, like. At the ending of that game, Arkham Asylum, you hear, Two-Face took over, and it's just like, why couldn't you just say someone else? You know what I mean? I get it. Like, now playing the game, it just meant that, Two-Face is loose.
You had that character, I believe the Penguin character, played by Nolan North.
That guy's everywhere.
Yeah, that guy is everywhere. Nolan North is a very popular video game actor. But I believe he did a good impression of the Penguin. I believe the Penguin was well done.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, the Penguin was very the Penguin was very well done. They had Solomon Grundy in there, which was cool. It was still a cool game. The game looked fantastic.
And nothing taken away then.
No, we're not taking away from anything with that. It's just in terms of storyline, it was just like, oh, all right. But yeah, it was good. I mean, you had Solomon Grundy, which I don't know how Batman fights him. I mean, he has his way, but I don't know how Batman fights him because Solomon Grundy can fight Superman.
Yeah.
So but we'll get into that.
I think he blows him up.
Yeah, another time.
Right?
He did. Yeah. You had that character. You had
You had Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Oh wait, wrong Batman. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. We're not going to discuss that Batman. No, you had Mr. Freeze, which was a cool character. I dug his character. He was the key to the cure.
Yeah.
It made sense to have him in there. What other characters were there?
You had Harley Quinn in it.
Yeah, Harley Quinn.
She was awesome.
She was awesome. She had a new little getup. I really felt her getup. Of course, you had the Joker. They were good. Hugo Strange was pretty good, but you didn't see that many cutscenes with him at all. You just heard
His voice over
You
the
just heard his
speaker.
Protocol 10 will happen in 10 minutes. You didn't go into depth of his character, why he was doing what he was doing.
You didn't.
You didn't get anything from him. Nothing. You just got the beginning.
Yeah.
Him announcing Protocol 10 will begin and whatever, and then the ending.
Yep.
That's basically it. You saw no cutscenes with him other than that.
Yeah.
Which was a huge letdown.
That's why I like Arkham Asylum, because you and the Joker do cross paths here and there.
Yeah, here and
You
there.
know? You and Harley Quinn sometimes. In this one, it's like Hugo's like in it in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it.
That's it.
And then you hear him, and then, yeah, at the ending. But you also can't forget the Catwoman addition to it. Okay?
Well, I never played the Catwoman edition.
You didn't?
No.
I did. And
Okay.
that's one reason why I bought the game pre-order, because you could get her and download her, whatever, for free. I really dug it. You know, I liked her fighting with her and all that. She's really cool. I really like her, and it felt like she was a burglar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she wasn't like what the movies portray her as.
Yeah.
Except Dark Knight Rises more towards
Burglar.
Halle Berry Catwoman and the Tim Burton one where it's
Yeah.
like cats touch her and she's
Michelle
immune or
Pfeiffer.
whatever.
Yeah.
This one actually really felt like a real Catwoman, and she was awesome. I love Selena Kyle in it. She was great. She fights, what's her name? Poison Ivy.
Really?
Yeah, you fight Poison Ivy.
Okay.
And you go like, listen, Ivy, you got to help me get into a part of where there's a safe where she's trying to steal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to steal, I think, diamonds or something like that. And Hugo locked it down, and she's like, all right, I'll help you. And she breaks like something up on the ground, and Catwoman goes underground and she infiltrates like this safe-like thing. And there's a part where it's really cool. You take everything, you're about to go, but you see Batman. Remember the part where the thing falls on you and you're left for dead? Tyler comes and saves Joker and tells him, yeah, I'll give you whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Come with me. Batman's there underneath the whole rubble. There's a part where Catwoman goes like, damn, do I go save him or do I leave?
Mm-hmm.
You get to choose, you know? So, of course, me playing it, I was like, yo, man, I'm going to save him. You know? And she went, and she's like, damn you, Batman, you know? You're so great. Why do you need my help? You know, why do I got to always save you? And you go and you save him and whatever. It's really cool. And that's one of the best parts about it. One little thing I'm a little disappointed is that they didn't have Robin in it a lot. The Tim Drake Robin.
Yeah.
Which you see him like 5 seconds into it.
Yeah, you see him 5 seconds, and then that's it. You don't see him anymore.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole game.
Like Nightwing you could have had in it.
You could have had, this was an opportunity to expand the universe, which they did. I just
think, you know what? They expanded the location.
They expanded the location.
They expanded the characters.
But only in the sense that the characters pop up and then leave. That's it. Yeah. They didn't have no character development. They didn't dive down into what drives the character.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I haven't played the game in a long time, but what was the overall goal for Hugo Strange doing this? Siding with Ra's al Ghul. Sorry, spoiler.
I think to gain to be alongside with him, destroying all this or whatever, saving. I think he wanted to save. Something like saving. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think something like that. Something stupid. And yeah, he died.
Yeah, he died. Okay.
But for me, for characters, I'll just be quick with this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Batman's awesome in it. Joker's really good. I love the little trick with Clayface. That part was really awesome.
Yeah,
like
that's
that
another
Clayface
one. Like Clayface was a surprise. That's one of the benefit. That's one of the the pros to this game.
The Riddler stuff pissed me off because you got to get 400 riddles to get them, and then I saw online.
Yeah,
it's like it's a waste of time.
Yeah. That's the only thing I got to say about this Riddler. I mean, they've done it with all 3 games. They just make it like a quest, and I'm just like, oh, come on.
I'm not that type of gamer.
Yeah, I don't have time.
It's not that type of game to do it.
To do all this crap.
But
fuck Enigma.
I love Harley Quinn. I love Penguin. Mr. Freeze is cool. You know, I'm not a big fan of his.
Yeah, you're not a fan of his character. I don't.
I really don't.
That's actually one of my
boring.
favorite parts of the game is just the Mr. Freeze segment. But
I think he's boring for me. You know, You're not gonna get me again, Batman. It's like,
you know what? I feel that segment. Well, we'll get into that segment.
See,
later
this
of
is
gameplay.
where,
yeah,
when we get into gameplay, but for the characters and all this is where why I can't wait to talk about Origins, because I think what this game did was enhance everything from the first one.
Yeah, basically,
and drop the ball on a couple little things. Where Origins, where it's getting such shit. I don't know why, but it's getting such shit.
Well,
but it enhanced something that these two games never did.
Well,
and that's you get to fight your villains in a unique way.
Yeah,
and I get it. Mr. Freeze is not a hand-to-hand combat.
Well, since we're on that topic, let's jump ahead to gameplay. I mean, basically the gameplay was very, like you said, everything was enhanced. The gliding was enhanced. Like you could actually speed up using diving down, coming back up. Using your grappling gun to accelerate you into a faster glide. The fighting was definitely better. The fighting was definitely better. You could counter. You finally could counter 2 people at once.
I think 3.
Yeah, 3 people. You could use you finally was able to use your environment. When you encountered people.
You could use your grapple gun to pull him towards you, and you hit him and hit him down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great stuff in it.
Yeah, but basically the only thing is, like you said, the more repetitive thing that happened was like when you fought these characters, you didn't really encounter anybody who was actually on par with your skill. And you had ninjas, but you was just able to counter them. They weren't able to counter you.
It's just like what I said in the first review. Arkham Asylum this is a older Batman. This is a groomed Batman. This is a Batman that knows how to take his villains down.
Yeah.
And that's where I go, awesome, but also, that's why I'll say it, and I'll say it now. Like, that's why I think Origins excels on that part.
Yeah.
And does a great job, and exceeds.
On that job.
No, but I'm just saying, like, because he's so groomed and he's older Batman, he knows how to take his villains down. Where in Origins he doesn't. And it's a little bit more interesting when you have a character who doesn't know how to take his villains down. It's a little harder for him, to encounter people he's never encountered before.
Yeah, exactly.
Besides mob bosses, which is easy. You grab them by the throat and tell them you don't do it again. Boom.
Yeah.
Cripple them. And that's why some of the gameplay... That's why I like the gameplay when you verse the henchmen.
Yeah.
Versus the people outside. The gangs, because they're cooler.
You get to face... you face Penguin's gang, Two-Face's gang, Joker's gang. I think that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the only gangs that I can really think of. You get to fight Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul's fighting is cool, but you really don't get the sense it could have been done so much better. It could have been done so much better. He was your master. No. Actually, in the comic book world, Ra's al Ghul never taught you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ra's al Ghul only admires you, and he always calls you "Hello, Detective." He doesn't even say Batman or Bruce. He just says detective, which is freaking awesome because Batman is the greatest detective in the world. Gameplay, it was fine. It was better. It was better. In the time, let's just think about it before even Arkham Origins doesn't even exist at this point. For that time, it was actually better. It was playable. The game is replayable.
Oh yeah,
but it's not. It's still not nothing to write home about. I really don't see this as a perfect 10.
It's funny you said replayable. It is replayable until you start playing it and you go, man, I wish this game was really great.
Yeah. You actually risk that. I wish I could see what these other people see because I can't see it.
And we're not here to bash this game. We're not, because there is greatness in this game.
Yeah, there is greatness in this game, but it's not as great as. People,
it's too overrated.
Yeah, people weren't even calling it great. They were calling it a masterpiece. Like, this was perfect. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't see the perfection in this. I don't see the perfection in this at all. The performances with the characters they were done well. They were believable. Mm-hmm. Kevin Conroy is always believable. Nolan North was believable as the Penguin. Mark Hamill as the Joker, great. I don't know who played Hugo Strange, but whoever did,
he was good.
Sold me for what
Awesome,
time I saw him.
He was an awesome different take on Hugo Strange's voice than what the cartoon did.
Yeah.
The cartoon he had a Russian accent, I think, but it was very different.
Yeah, this one sounded more
edgier. He had an edgier voice.
Yeah, it was an edgier voice. Still had that accent, but it was still calm, collective,
kind of
scary and confident.
Yep.
And that's what really sold it. I did like that about Hugo Strange for the time I actually saw it.
I think this does go with voice. It doesn't go with voice performances. It goes with character and gameplay. Just a quick thing. End story. The one disappointment I have with it is Hugo Strange's character, and up to the point where you meet him at the ending, where it's his face and your face in frame. Batman and Hugo, like a heavyweight battle.
Yeah.
And nothing. You kick him, and that's it. And then Ra's al Ghul comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That's one thing where I remember when we looked up, and it's like, wait a minute, he gets his own bat suit? I mean, he becomes Batman to create crime and all this, that, around. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, man, like...
And didn't he take some form of martial arts, too?
Yeah, he could have went toe-to-toe with him.
Yeah, he could have been a surprise. He could have taken...
in the original comics, he was the first villain.
Yeah, he was one among the first villains when, like, Batman Year One. Yeah, because Hugo Strange was brought in to study Batman.
Yep.
And his study of Batman became an obsession of Batman. Yeah, he was fascinated, and that fascination became into obsession.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be Batman.
Wanted to be Bruce Wayne.
As a matter of fact, every time that he studied, it came to a point where when he studied Batman, he would wear his own bat suit.
Yeah, that's the part where I went, oh, he had the white doctor kind of coat on. It would have been great. He just takes it off, and there it is.
Yeah, you could have. They could have sold on that obsession.
Just like with the Joker at the end of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Where he puts the drugs in him, and now he gets all big. You could have had that. Like, boom, he turns around, and you're like, whoa, this dude's a little nuts.
Yeah, you could have had. Could have had great gameplay with that. You could have really delved down into the psyche of Hugo Strange. Honestly. Listen, the ending to the game was cool. You killed the Joker. Well, I mean...
You don't kill him.
Well, he is dead. No. When I say you kill him, I'm talking about the writers of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You killed the Joker, fine. It didn't really hit me like, oh, wow, he's dead. It was just like, oh, okay. Well, all right.
I got to disagree with you on that.
Really?
At that point, when he died, I was shell-shocked. I was like, wow. A little baffled. You really killed your best character, best villain. The hell are you gonna do next?
That's why I'm saying why I said, okay.
Right. Yeah, because
it was shocking, but it had an opposite shock than what it.
You know what? Yeah, you didn't let me finish. I was
sorry.
No, it's fine, dude. I was very like, wow, you killed him, but then on the same level, I was like, wow, you really took that leap. You killed him. Like in, I'm gonna say it, Dark Knight Rises, they didn't kill him.
Yeah.
They showed you that they did, and then they went, no, it's, he sees him. I went like, oh, you didn't have the balls to go through with it. In this one, they did. I wonder where they go with it. If they, find a way to, if Harley Quinn and if she is really pregnant.
They had a little thing where she's pregnant.
I don't know.
Son of Joker. I think that's stupid.
If they do something like that to try to bring them back, I don't know how.
Yeah,
But this is where getting to the characters and getting to the gameplay and the voice acting and all that, overall, for the storyline, this is where it gets weird with me. Now, I remember you said this in the first one where you went like, yeah, the ending came off like a video game. And to me, I am playing a video game. All of them. I am playing a video game. Yes, it felt like a movie. It felt like an episode of Batman, which was great and all that. Here's the problem with the second one. For me, a lot. Felt like I was reading and watching a comic book that I didn't like. And that was the problem with it. The whole different subplots. It's going this way, it's going that way.
Yeah.
I just, at one point I was like, all right, you know what? At one point I was like, I don't want to play this right now.
Yeah. I remember you told me you actually put it down.
Yeah, I did.
And didn't want to play it.
I did. I was like, man, I can't wait for November.
Yeah.
A month away. A couple of weeks away. I was like, I want Uncharted more now.
Yeah.
I actually wanted this game, Batman, more than Uncharted.
And now when you actually play it, you're like, wow, I'm actually looking forward to Uncharted more because this game did not live up to what everybody was saying that it was.
I remember everyone, dude, friends. I was at film school at the time, and all of them were like texting me, going like, "Yo, how great was this game?" And I was like,
It's not that great.
It's good.
I had to talk to I was talking to my friend who actually loves. He's a Batman fanatic.
The one who came to the movie.
Yeah, the one who smashes Dark Knight Rises. I smashed that shit
cool.
too. He's cool.
Man.
He's pretty. He's a very knowledgeable man. But he said that he really likes the game, and I had to disagree with him. I did not like it as much as he did. I was just like, this is cool, but there's just too much going on, man. It doesn't feel like the Batman game I played in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, they say this. The Batman Arkham Asylum is a game we wanted. Mm-hmm. We always wanted.
Yeah.
And then I think the second one they said the game that we always the Batman game that we always dreamt about or something like that. Or always wanted to play or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I forget what the second one is.
Overall, I mean, the visual effects of it was beautiful. Everything is beautiful in that game. Everything looks beautiful in that game. I'm not taking anything away the way it looks and how it's played. Everything is definitely on a grander scale.
Yeah, I think it's a lot more towards spectacle. It's a spectacle, that game, where, you know, so many different parts and where it goes, like. And I love how the city's constructed. Like, you go to the steel mill, and it's the Joker's side, you know. And later on in Origins, you understand why the steel mill is owned by Sionis and what happens, whatever. And Joker owns this one, and you got all the colorful Joker kind of know stuff, clown stuff. I love that. And then you get to the courthouse where it's all Two-Face stuff. Yeah, it's very depressing.
Yeah, it's very depressing. You know? Everything is one color and then a different color.
Cut in half.
It's black and white.
There you go.
That's the way he sees the world, is in black and white.
And then you get to Penguin, where this is where it's weird with Penguin.
Yeah.
Penguin is more inside.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I guess Penguin and what's his name, Mr. Freeze, are together. Yeah. So it's more cold and again, Penguin, you're in the North Pole, wherever the hell you are, the Arctic. You have penguins in the cold weather. Penguin, Mr. Freeze, he's always cold.
Yeah, they had like a similar theme.
That one thing. Here's another thing that I hated, and I think they put this in because of the 1960 whatever Batman. It's the fucking shark.
That was
I'm gonna tell you this right now, dude. That's where I started going. I'm really playing a comic book right now. I'm playing like a goofy Batman right now, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
It just didn't fit.
Because you're punching a great white.
Yeah, and it just makes me go. You set in this tone of seriousness. It's a serious tone, serious game, and then you put a shark that jumps up and you punch it in the face, in the nose. And I get, you punch a shark in the nose, it'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
But, dude, no.
No, fuck that, bro.
Do you know how big that shark is?
Yeah, it's a great white. It's a great white.
It's goofy.
That was so stupid.
The game started getting really goofy.
Yeah, it did.
Where the first one, where you have Scarecrow sequence and all that, I love that. And that's where I go, this game followed the same formula, but on a grander scale, of course. Like the Ra's al Ghul sequence is the whole Scarecrow sequence.
Yeah, basically, they took that otherworldly
But I'm going to be straight with you. I like the Scarecrow sequence a lot more.
Yeah, because it was all in your head.
Yeah.
It was all in your head.
And this
here, was it all... Yeah, when you go to the Ra's al Ghul sequence, is it all in your head? Or are you really actually in another dimension right now? It was so confusing. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I think, for me, from what I take from it, you're not in another dimension. I think it's just fucked with your mind.
It's a head game?
Your head game.
Yeah.
You're really there where you are, and you fight other people and you fight him, but you're not in another dimension. It's cool that they make you feel that way, because, it's like a symbolism. Oh, this is what's going on in your head. And all that.
Yeah.
Awesome. But it just didn't... It was cool. That's all it was. It was just really cool,
Yeah.
But visuals, again, it is visually a lot better than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It is 100%. Like,
yeah, I mean the gadgets are definitely are definitely improved.
Yeah.
The gadgets, so you had that ice bomb thing you could do.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It was cool, and it was very useful against Clayface, which I will say was a great.
That was probably my favorite.
That was my favorite sequence because I was like, oh snap, they got Clayface. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. That's when they they threw me a curveball but I liked the throw.
I didn't see coming.
I didn't see that coming either. I really didn't see that coming because I was like, you know what? How did he cure himself? Yeah. This doesn't make sense. And then all of a sudden it did make sense, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
He was never cured.
He was never cured. This was an act or whatever. This was Clayface.
It's always Jokers. I love Joker.
Yeah.
He's just a smart guy.
Joker. Yeah, but you see, here's the thing. This is one of my problems with the game, is that they focused on Joker again. Like, listen, I understand Joker is the big time villain for Batman, but he's not the only big time villain for Batman. You have other villains who deserve their time in the limelight.
Totally agree.
Okay? Sometimes they put Batman in situations that are worse than what the Joker puts him in. You know, some of them even know who Batman is, and therefore it's a scarier, more personal altercation. Mm-hmm. You know?
But for me, man, I agree and disagree with it. I agree, yeah, it was like... It felt like, oh, the game's over. Hugo's dead. Mm-hmm. Ra's al Ghul's dead. It's over. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I forgot. You got to go to the movie house to fight the Joker. Save Talia al Ghul, whatever. That's where I went, man, this game's getting too long.
Yeah.
I love long games. This one just went too long because I just didn't...
You wasn't into the story.
Yeah,
I was just like, okay, is this going to end already?
Immersed into it. But here's the thing about the Joker I like. Didn't mind him being in it. Mm-hmm. Because it's not like they did a bad thing with him. I can understand if they did a game and Joker was awful. Like, you just went like, oh man, I hated how they portrayed the Joker and this was so stupid. So they didn't get the Joker right. Where these, the Arkham Asylum and City and Origins, they did it all right. So I didn't mind it. Mm-hmm. But I won't lie, I want a game without the Joker next.
Yeah, it's time to give somebody else the limelight.
Hey man, there's a part where in Arkham City where you follow these signs around the city and then you meet Azrael.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the first time you meet him or whatever, I guess. But he goes like, we're coming back to rain hell on, Gotham or Arkham or whatever.
Whatever.
And I'm just like, okay, I hope they do that in the third one. I hope you get to find him. He looks pretty interesting, And, yeah, again... Ending this part off saying, I love the visuals in this game. It's a beautiful cinematic experience. Mm-hmm. Such a spectacle.
Yeah, visually it's a...
And that's not a bad thing. A lot of people always go, yeah, it was a spectacle. You just get to watch and go, awe. It had me at awe. And you know what? It did, but it didn't ruin awe.
No, it didn't ruin it at all.
The story ruined it a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good. It was visually beautiful. In terms of the ending itself, like I said,
let's talk about this ending where. If you guys don't know, the ending is the Joker dies, of course.
I've said that a million times.
But no, I'm just giving you like the play out because you haven't played the game in a while. Yeah, I just recently played it.
Oh, you recently played it, okay.
And he takes the Joker and he walks out. And I'll tell you, this is the best part because it looked like he cared for the Joker. Yeah. There's a little moment where Batman gives like a look, and I'm just like, this guy actually really cared about the Joker because it's like this. Who else is he going to save? Think of this. Take all the villains away. Mm-hmm. Just have the Joker. Take him out. What do you got?
Well, you got to understand also the personal relationship he has with the Joker.
Like, it's like a brother.
He feels he's personally responsible for the creation of the Joker. Yeah. So now it's like, I've tried. I had to stop this man. I've tried to turn this man back from his insanity. Nothing has worked. And he carries out the Joker like, I failed.
Yeah.
Which is good. Which is good. I still say like, wow, you killed the Joker. Okay. But it's a good message. Like, I failed. Also, you have to take into consideration that this particular role that Mark Hamill did for the Joker in this game, he said this will be his last Joker.
Which I'm kind of sad about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of sad.
But I get it. Like,
he's been doing it for like, what?
10, 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years plus. I mean, it's time for... He felt it was time for him to
hang it up.
Yeah, hang it up and give it to somebody else. But yeah, so I can understand why they killed that Joker. And
But yeah, so he takes him out, and Gordon's there. He's like, "What happened?" And he just walks away.
yeah,
And it ends on Gordon or the movie house, the theater. And yeah, it was kind of like, I felt like Gordon. I was like, wait, where's this gonna go now? Like,
yeah,
you didn't really give me an answer.
an answer. Like, what happens?
Something about sequels we should talk about. I mean, this is the perfect way to go with it. Is some sequels, and I think it always goes towards Empire Strikes Back, where you end it with a cliffhanger, and you're just like, wait, you didn't solve. There's no resolution. Nothing was, solved, and it's like, is he really his father or whatever? And in this one, it's like, wait, so he's dead. So what are you gonna do now? Who's the next? Wait, what's gonna happen to Batman?
Yeah.
And it just leaves it. I like it. On the other hand, I'm just like, where's it gonna go? Where are they really gonna go with this game?
Yeah.
Take Origins out of the way, because you can't make another prequel.
Yeah, exactly. Where do you?
What's the sequel now?
What's the sequel to Arkham City? What do you do with that?
Yeah, which I heard I think it's Rocksteady.
Mm-hmm.
Next year might come out with another game. I don't know if it's a Batman game, but I heard they might come out with another game.
I mean, we'll see what happens. But overall, let's get into ratings.
All right, bro. You want? What
do
you want to do, man? You go first.
Let's see. I mean, last rating I gave Arkham Asylum was a 5 because it was a perfect, very perfect Batman game. This one I'll go down a notch. I'll give it a 4.
4.
Yeah, I give it a 4. I mean, it's a good game with an okay story. Basically, that's what it is. It's a good game. Gameplay is great. Visually is great. You do have fun playing it from time to time, but the story is okay. You're not crazy. I'm not crazy about the story.
Yeah, it's nothing to write home.
It's nothing to write home about. So I just give it a solid 4.
Cool. I'll go. What I give it is I was so mixed with this game when I first played it, and years went by, played it again and again, and just recently played it, and it's for me, it's a 3.5. I think it's a high good game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a very high good game. I love the gameplay in it. I love certain characters in it. The visuals are really great. The voice performances are always good in these games. They're right on, spot on. But I can't forgive the storyline. It was sometimes confusing, sometimes like, what's going on? They put too much in it, too many characters, you're all over the place. But number one thing, I'm not saying it's a bad game. It is a very good game. It's a whole lot of fun. That's what I think. Out of all of them, I could replay Arkham City and Origins more than Asylum. Asylum, you're confined to one area. Arkham Asylum, of course.
Yeah.
Where this game, you could be all over. There's still things I can't finish in that game. I'm still up to 50-60% of the game done.
Yeah.
Of course, it's all the Riddler stuff and whatever. But overall for me, guys, again, I'll say 3.5. David gave it a 4.
Yeah.
Together, it turned out to be a 3.75. So we're gonna give it a 4.
Yeah.
It's a very good game. You should play it. We're not denying the replayability and why you shouldn't play it. You should play it. It's a very good game. But it's not a masterpiece to us.
No, definitely not. So that wraps up our second part of the Arkham trilogy. I am David.
I'm Danny D.
We hope that you listen to more of our reviews, the video games, movies. Please subscribe, leave your comments. We want to know your input. If you think that we left anything out, pertaining to this particular review, let us know your thoughts.
If you disagree, please let us know your thoughts.
Yeah,
we're open. We want to talk.
We're open to it, and we will personally respond to you, and let us know what we think about your comment, respectfully, of course. All right, guys. Peace.